my name is Driselle Ramjohn, and I am the Manager of Public and Corporate Affairs / Sponsorship and Philanthropy for Scotiabank. I'm basically public relations manager in a nutshell. I handle all the PR for the bank, press releases, interviews, articles, events. I'm also responsible for CSR, corporate social responsibility. So I'm the person that's the sponsorship and philanthropy side that undertakes all the initiatives of the bank as far as CSR. Public relations is something that I've always been interested in, mainly because since I was a child, I've always been a talker. So, they always told me I could sell anything. So marketing, communications, and PR is something that, yes, I've always been interested in. It wasn't something that I would have, in high school saying, I definitely want to be in PR. But I knew that it was more in keeping with my personality. My love is writing. My first degree is in literatures in English, which is literatures of from different parts of the world. I've done Indian lit, African lit, Caribbean, American, and British, all written in English. So my degree from UWI is Bachelor of Arts in Literatures in English. So I always knew that I wanted to do something that was writing or, along those lines, which of course would have explained my career path in journalism, etc. Well, as I said, my first degree is in literature, so I'm a writer by nature. And I also did mass communications courses at UWI as well when I was there. And that sort of lens, I applied. I saw an ad in the paper, and I used to, when I came out of UWI, I started working as a freelance writer for The Guardian, doing their feature writing and that kind of thing. I've always been interested in hard news and being, doing journalism. As a writer, that's kind of one of the key things that you want to do. And I'm always into current affairs, etc. So I applied at the Express and I got through as a senior business reporter. And I have to say that it's definitely one of the most fulfilling experiences I've ever done. And one of the most memorable jobs I've ever had. It was very, very interesting being able to write hard news, and I like the investigative side of it. I like breaking big stories. It was a real adrenaline type of environment. Despite being a business reporter at Express, when I was there, when you worked on a weekend, regardless of what your beat was, whether you're a crime reporter or business reporter, when you worked on a weekend, you had a skeletal staff. So you actually had to do whatever was required in the day. And I had just started, and I was business reporter, so come to work on the weekend, and I had to cover murder in Dale Martin, and I went up there, and the body was there, and there was blood and police, and I'm like, this is the most amazing job ever. You never know what the day is going to take you. You never know, when you walk into the office or you get up in the morning, where you're going to be at the end of the day, and that added excitement was also, really a plus. How that actually sort of lends itself to what I do now is that in PR, one of the key things, and I think what a lot of employers look for in public relations professionals, if you are writing media releases, and if you are writing press releases, and if you have events where you need the media to cover, you have to know what a business reporter is looking for. You have to think like a business reporter, act like a business reporter, and luckily for me, I was a business reporter, so it actually has given me that added edge in everything and every job that I've ever had after the Express. Being able to know what the media looks for, to be able to know how the media thinks, how they react, how what they would consider news, what would they consider big news, high newsworthy items. So it has, I think, working in the press and working in the Express has really given me that edge in public relations, and I would recommend it to anybody who's interested in doing public relations. Banking is a very rigid type of environment, whereas PR is more relaxed. So there's always going to be that little bit of conflict between, a banking environment and a PR environment, especially where the PR is supposed to be more of a lighter side of the bank. And so it's being able to make that transition from something like banking where the public is aware but may not be aware of the intricacies of banking and finance and economics itself, and making that more readable and palatable and understandable to the man on the